In this video, I'm going to answer some questions on plyometrics that have come in to the channel. Progressive Streams asks how he can fit plyometric training into his weekly weight training programs when he's training 6 days a week with progressive overload. Well, as I've outlined in a couple of videos recently, the best way to incorporate your S&C for jumping and sprinting is to do power combination training. So you combine plyometrics and weights into the same workout. You can do this as a complex or in contrast. Contrast means you perform a set of weight training exercises, then a set of plyometric exercises. In a complex, you perform all your reps and sets of a plyometric exercise and then all your reps and sets of a weights exercise. Now, the weights exercise needs to be related to the plyometric exercise or vice versa. So, jump squats and squats, for example. Also, the weight lifted should be above 80% of one repetition maximum so that you can put maximum commitment into each effort. That's what's going to stimulate your neural central nervous system and allow for greater outputs. So I would recommend power combination training 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, the next question comes in from Denim Sani, and he asks whether or not he should do his plyometric training without shoes, i.e. in socks or bare feet. He notes that may allow him to express maximum force, as shoes, for example, won't be cushioning the contact between the surface and soft tissue. Well, we have done similar ourselves, doing drop jumps without wearing shoes, and it does appear that the reaction is quicker and there's also greater height obtained. Modern running shoes have a lot of cushioning, and that cushioning is going to dissipate some of the force that's going to be produced. However, I do think that it's only certain types of plyometrics that you can do without shoes. For example, drop jumps. If you were to bound or do skipping drills, then you run the risk of heel bruises, for example, and it's a risk not worth taking. So for vertical orientation drop jumps, by all means experiment without your shoes. On this subject, it's always better to train on the surface as well to which your sport is going to be conducted on. So obviously for track and field, it's going to be a track, as then you're maximizing the potential reaction forces. Athlete Dinesh asks, what should the volume be for drop jumps? Well, I'd look for a decrease in reactivity. So if you start to yield more at the knees when doing drop jumps and your reaction slows, then that is a sign that you need to truncate, stop the workout, or initially at least take a longer recovery. Don't just walk straight round, do a drop jump, walk straight round, do a drop jump. You need about 30 seconds between each one for the chemicals in your muscles to fully replenish. Now, having said that, you don't want to be doing hundreds and hundreds of drop jumps. We will do 4 times 6 of 60 centimeter, 70 centimeter drops, 4 times 6 of a lower drop height. And similarly, we will add in some drop and block jumps at the 4 to 6 quantity. So that gives you an idea of what we do. And as you do more and more, you will get used to being able to absorb more impacts and do multiple reps. However, always make sure that you're training at maximum output. When that reduces, then you're not going to get the benefits or the optimized benefits from the exercise. So Blast Fitness wants to know about the value of single leg plyometrics, drop jumps in particular, over double-footed contact ones. As he points out, the contact time for a single leg plyometric is going to be slower than for a double-legged one. Having said what I've just said, from a technical point of view, single leg drop jumps can be useful, and in particular running off of a platform style drop jumps where you'll hop off and then perform either a step or a further hop. So they are a version of a drop jump, as obviously you're coming from height down onto a single leg. So this adds in the technical component of obviously the triple jump, for example. So I would do single contact drop jumps, but with a run on more than from a drop down trying to go up. because if you try to do that, the ground contact will be in particular slow. However, with a 6 to 8 step run onto a 30 centimeter, 20 centimeter high platform, performing a number of hops subsequently will speed up the ground contact time and make it much more relevant to the triple jumper, for example. If you've any specific questions on the subject matter of this particular video, then do leave them in the comments section below or through my other social media. And please do subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification icon so that you'll be notified as to when I upload new video. And please do give this video a thumbs up. The latest coach athlete video on the channel, which is in the members only section, deals with how you can become a better coach from a personal viewpoint. We look at how you communicate and how you can refer to sports science, for example, to bolster your training philosophy. And we also look at evaluative measures so that you can evaluate yourself and your athletes in a better way to become a better coach. So if you do want to consider becoming a coach athlete member of the channel, head over to the channel's homepage, click on join and look at the options that are available. And as an example, you could become a channel supporter, which will help me to do what I'm doing now, produce the content that's going to help you hopefully become a better coach and athlete. And that costs just £1.99 or equivalent a month. FREELAP have just launched a new piece of kit. Now, this looks like the TX Junior Pros, the pyramids, yellow pyramids, that record the times as the athletes pass them. But what this one does, it actually gives you the command on your marks and sets the athlete off with a bang. So it emits the sounds through a speaker built into it. It gives you a 10-second lead in once you press the set button, and then randomly within I think a 2.5 second period the gun will fire through the device to set you off. Now that triggers the system. So it's going to be a very accurate way to measure starts. If you want to find out more, then do get in contact with me.